So we finally got that WWE action figure gallery from Mattel that we have been waiting on for quite a minute, man. So we're going to dive into it because there is a lot of action figures to get through, man, and I have no idea how long we're going to be here, but we did already take a look at WWE Ultimate Edition Series 31 today, so if you guys want to check those out, you can go check out the earlier news video. So you get two news videos in one, probably going to combine for over an hour possibly, so go check that video out. But today, man, we're diving into the Greatest Hits Ultimate Edition Series 8 first. This is the best of Ultimate set with the Great Muta and Logan Paul. Now, I remember when we first talked about this set, we did say that we thought it was going to be Great Muta and Triple H, and then it later turned into Logan Paul, which obviously now we know as confirmed, but I think some people are going to be disappointed. They thought that maybe both figures would be repaints or both figures would be new figures, but the Great Muta seems to be pretty much the Ultimate Edition Series 25 being re-released. So if you guys missed that figure, you'll definitely have your chance at having that. But with the Logan Paul, we do get a brand new figure. I say brand new like it's not the exact same figure, but it is repainted in black and gold. Now, we do know that his other figure was his WrestleMania 40 gear, that Philadelphia Eagles gear. This looks pretty damn good, man. Logan Paul, obviously a very good track record of action figures. His Ultimate Edition last year was very good. His first Ultimate Edition was very good, and now he has a third Ultimate that is just as damn good. I mean, the black and gold pops off nicely. It's a change of pace. It's a little bit different than the black and green. You can let me know. I don't know if I like the black and gold better or the black and green because I really like that Eagles gear, but this gold is very nice. The metallic gold is nice and everything. No new head sculpts here, but I would like to know, man, I mean, the white Muta would have been incredible to have. It really would have, but getting a re-release, not the biggest deal to me. I'm not some Great Muta connoisseur, so I'm not just over the moon about getting another Muta. It would have been cool to see the white gear, obviously, but we'll take what we can get. At least one of them is a new figure or a new repaint, and then we did get the re-release there, but that is Greatest Hits Ultimate Edition Series 8 Best of. But now we're moving into another Ultimate that we knew about, but we have not yet seen images. This is going to be Cactus Jack coming in here, and he has a lot of interesting things about his figure. I think we have some pretty good stuff here. He is going to come with a plethora of accessories, as we see here. Comes packed full. I bet this packaging is going to be quite heavy because as you go through the images, you are going to see what he comes with. And we did get this on a Ringside live stream. And speaking of which, here in a few hours, there's going to be another Ringside live stream. And I think Hornswoggle's on there. They're going to have a bunch of the Mattel design team. And they're probably going to unveil even more figures potentially. So we'll probably have news tomorrow, for the love of God. But here we have Cactus Jack. He's got the cloth goods shirt, and we did get to see this. For one, I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of the other expressions. The yelling expression's cool. He's got the teeth missing and stuff, but the kind of mouth open head sculpt, I do not like at all. I think it looks odd. It's a very odd expression. It's an odd, weird look. It looks like you're supposed to plug something into the mouth. I'm not entirely sure, but you do have the, head back laying on the mat with the hair kind of flattened. I don't know. I guess that's just made for photographers, I guess, which I think Bill did touch on in that Ringside live stream. I don't know exactly. I don't know. It's just a weird figure. The head sculpts are weird to me and everything, but the rest of the accessories are cool. We're getting our first table from Mattel that doesn't have a WWE logo. We're getting a smashed trash can. We're getting a full trash can, and then we're getting a mop, which could be cool. Maybe they're teasing us a Perry Saturn in the future, which would be a pretty damn sick, cool deal. Or maybe some sort of other character. I'm not entirely sure. But Cactus Jack as an Ultimate is a cool figure, probably deserving of an Ultimate Edition. Not my favorite character of all time, but certainly one that people are definitely going to be searching after. But we also have another Ultimate in the Legends line, which is going to be Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Now, this is a pretty cool figure, man. Probably one of the better figures in this entire gallery that we're going to take a look at. This Hacksaw Jim Duggan slaps, and it low-key looks like Hangman Adam Page, but I do like the way that this figure looks. It's got really bright colors. I like the blue color that they're using on this figure. I do like the American flag. He comes with a slew of accessories, really. I mean, you're getting the flag, you're getting the 2x4, two different kinds there. You're getting the interchangeable head sculpts. He comes with the King of the Ring crown. You have the t-shirt. 4 interchangeable head sculpts, lots of accessories, man. They loaded this guy up. Now, when you look at the figure in the white background, it does look like his shoulders kind of poke out, but if you look at it in the rest of the images, it looks very damn clean, and I think even mint on card, you have the United States flag back there, which I think is a very cool look. This is an underrated Ultimate Edition, man. I think this is pretty underrated. You look at the different images and all the different things he comes with, I think this may be one of the sleeper figures right here, man. This is a sleeper figure. I think people are going to look at this, maybe not grab it, pass on it. I'm buying this, man. I think it looks clean. I like the torso. I like the build. Head sculpts, again, do look like Hangman, but I don't really care. I think it looks like the character for the most part, and you get a slew of accessories. So I hope that, you know, this hacksaw comes together well. But I like this, man. It looked good on the live stream, and it does look like it is confirmed that it's going to be pretty solid. But let's get into these defining moments elites, because we do have a look at some interesting things here, man. Let's get into the first couple, which is going to be some figures we knew about. We saw these back at Ringside Live. I think it was 5 months ago or something like that. We're finally getting our eyes on the final images here, which is going to first feature Rey Fenix. This is his first figure. You'll even notice on the packaging that he does have first time in the line, which I think is pretty cool. This figure does look pretty damn cool, man. I like the way that it looks here. I like the red attire. This is his WrestleMania gear versus El Grande Americano, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how I feel about them using the Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor torso. I don't know if it really fits Rey Fenix. I think a Matt Hardy torso would have worked. I think maybe even the Daniel Bryan possibly could have worked, even though I hate that torso. I don't know. He just looks a little too ripped. Not the biggest deal to me. It is an action figure, of course. I'm just throwing it in there. I do like the cloth jacket. You get some cool stuff. I think the attire looks really cool. I hope that the little strands or the tassels coming down don't hinder the articulation. You'll notice in the images, he doesn't really pose that much. In the different images, he's not posed well. Not a shot at the photographer, it's just he's not doing any dynamic poses here, so I'm worried that the tassels may interfere. Hopefully that's not the case, but the golds and the reflective red do look really good, and I do like this jacket. I also am noticing that the torso looks a little bit different shade than the arms, and I'm noticing that quite a lot with this specific skin tone across the board for Mattel. Hopefully that is not just a constant thing that we're seeing, but I do like the Rey Fenix. I'm looking forward to it. Put it up next to Penta, see what we can come up with, but I do like it. I think it's pretty solid. I like the mask sculpt. Pretty solid entry here. And then we also have Ricky Saints, and I like this Ricky Saints. You can kind of tell by the legs when we get around to it. It just looks stiff as hell. You could tell these legs are pinless just by looking at this gallery, just because of how stiff his motion is. Man has no fluidity whatsoever. However, head sculpt looks good. The packaging, the mint on card even, looks very damn good. I like how he's got his silhouette in there. It's got his signature hands, North American Championship, cloth goods vest. Pretty good attire. Boots look good and look just like his boots. So I think it'll be cool to get this in hand and compare it to our AEW figures, because AEW and Jazzwares was putting out damn good Ricky Saints figures or Ricky Starks figures. Every single one that they put out, for the most part, I think he batted 1,000, man, which is not something we say a lot around here. I think all of his AEW figures were pretty good, so I think that this should be on par. Now, his doesn't say first time in the line because he is getting a basic and then a battle pack, I think. So, you know, I guess those two figures are going to hit first, or those are deemed his first time in the line, but this still looks like a pretty promising defining moment, and I do like it. But I'll tell you what's not a promising defining moment, Brad. That is going to be the Uncle Howdy defining moments. Yes, I can't believe this. I really don't know what the hell I'm looking at. This is an odd entry for me, but I guess you kind of get this every defining moment set. If you go back through the years of each defining moment set, since they've been doing these defining moments this way through Ringside, there's always one that kind of sticks out as, really, is this defining moments? And, I mean, you could say that about Rey Fenix, I guess, but it is his first time in the line. We have seen Uncle Howdy not only in Ultimate Edition form, we also got him in the Walmart 3-pack. This is, to my knowledge, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is this not the Walmart 3-pack, but with the lantern? Is that not what this is? Now, it may sell well. People probably want this figure. I just think it's a crazy pull, man. This is not something I expected. I think that this is a insane release, honestly. I don't know if it's... I don't know. You can let me know. Do you think Uncle Howdy or LA Knight deserve that spot in that defining moments line? I just think this is weird, and I don't know if this is necessarily going with New Jack or if this is going to be its own single release. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe you guys have the information that I missed, but I don't know. Just a crazy pull, man. Uncle Howdy defining moments is insane to me. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. You let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, but we're moving on to Monday Night War Series 11 with the Build-A-Figure Rick Rude, and this set is pretty decent. We've already known about these figures for a while. We have seen the render images of these, and we're starting off with Hulk Hogan. This is going to come with the WCW Championship. You get the ripped-up shirt, which is cool, the bandana. There is some cool qualities here. I'd like to know down below, they are going back to the old tan. Now, say what you will, you can take the accessories from this figure or the, whatever, and you can put them on a different Hulk Hogan. If you don't like the skin tone, you could pretty much fix it. I think there's enough Mattel formula out there for you to completely fix this guy up, but mint on card is a nice Hulk Hogan. I think it fits. I don't think the tan is just super horrific. I know it's not maybe the roasted tan or the tan that you may want, but again, very easy adjustment. I can't remember off the top of the dome what his tan looked like at this specific era, but I'm pretty sure it's not that big of a deal. You can let me know though if you're saying this is absolute trash. Let me know, bro, but I'm pretty sure you could just take the accessories, put them on an Ultimate Hulk Hogan, or take the bandana and whatnot and put it together. I'm sure there's a way to make this look better, but up next, we do have the Headbangers. We do have Mosh and Thrasher. These are pretty cool, man. You got the face paint. You get the bright colors. Got the white shorts in there. The pink leg sleeves is insane. I think that's really, really cool. May have to jack this man's knee pads for a tire or something, but I like the mesh that you're getting, the necklace. These are pretty underrated, and I for one, I never got the Headbangers 2-pack. That is an Elite 2-pack that has kind of eluded me, and really, I never got any of those Elite 2-packs, so the Dudleys, the Headbangers, the Imperium, never got any of those. So this is pretty cool for me. Hopefully I'll be able to find these. I have a weird track record of never finding Monday Night Wars, but maybe my luck will change in 2026. We'll see. But Mosh and Thrasher both look pretty cool. You get some really unique things going on with these, and I think they took some cool risks here. You get that white face paint in there. There's a lot to like about these Headbanger figures. I think they look pretty damn solid for the most part. But the last figure is going to be the Bryan Adams, which we also knew about, which is what it is. You get a couple interchangeable head sculpts. It's the NWO gear, slowly, just methodically filling out that NWO shelf. But he comes with sunglasses. Pretty plain Jane figure. Not too much to be excited about, but you do get the jacked arms in there. You get the boots, of course, to match. And you do get the 2 sweet hands. So maybe that's something that you want to do there. But he comes with the legs of our Build-A-Figure, which is going to be Rick Rude. Now, this is a re-release, but repainted. So they've taken the Rick Rude Build-A-Figure of old and redone it with a gray suit. Now, he comes with the Raw as War mic. You get the bearded head sculpt versus the mustache. And you could use this in a different way and turn it into a different character. Now, I am spotting Muhammad Ali legs on this guy, so I already want to throw him the hell out in the yard. But maybe you could turn this into a different suited character if you don't want it to be Rick Rude. But there you go. You get a redo of that Rick Rude if you guys missed it all those years ago. But that is your Monday Night War Series 11. Hulk Hogan, Headbangers, and Bryan Adams to build your Rick Rude figure. But now we're moving into Target exclusives, which is going to be WWE Elite Legends Series 31 with the Build-A-Figure Diamond Stud. Now, this is an interesting wave. We've known about these. We've seen these on Ringside live streams. Again, we got to see blurry webcam images, which is fine with me, not the biggest deal, but we do get a Ruthless Aggression Triple H in the blue. Now, this figure for me looks very weird. I almost feel like the trunks are too light. They almost look like the trunks are light blue and the boots are dark blue. I think the boots are accurate, but the trunks look a little light to me. I don't know. I mean, it's not the biggest deal if it is a little light. I'm also noticing some damn paint chip on the crotch piece right there, I think. Nonetheless, this is an old head sculpt. This is the Decade of Domination head sculpt. He does come with some cool accessories. So you are getting the big gold. You're getting the water bottle. You do get the 2x4 with barbed wire, which is cool. And on mid on card, it looks pretty cool because he's got so many accessories. But he does come with the torso of the Diamond Stud. Triple H, solid. I don't know. He was clean shaven at this moment, so I guess that works. I think removing a beard from a different Triple H head sculpt would work better, but this does fit the era. I don't hate it. It's just, I don't know. I love Triple H figures. I'm glad we're getting more, but I want later than this. I want 04, 05, 06, something like that, but we'll take what we can get. But we also have a look at Crush. This is in his purple and yellow. This is very cool, man. I like how I've talked about this since we saw the render. I think this figure is so toyetic. You have a lot of bright colors and stuff. Maybe the arms are a bit skinny for Crush, in my opinion, but he does have pin legs, so we know that his legs won't be stiff as a damn board. That's good. Get those purple knee pads, which I feel is a rare color nowadays when talking about attires or custom, so that may be something you look into. He does come with the Build-A-Figure legs, which are pretty crazy because, I don't know, it's just weird to look at some Trunks tights. It's weird to look at these Trunks tights with the, the Build-A-Figure piece sticking out. Maybe that's a sign of things to come in the future for maybe interchangeable parts on these Mattel figures, but I do like the Crush figure. I feel like we've known about these for so damn long. To finally get images of it is just a plus to see. But in the set, we also have El Matador trying to redeem himself on Target shelves here, and I don't know how successful he's going to be, but Tito Santana returns as the El Matador to see if he can end up in people's shopping carts to not be left as one of the biggest shelf warmers of all time with that old school Hall of Fame elite Tito Santana. But this figure does look good. It looks like it's, I don't know, it's a pretty much perfect representation of the character, and I do like the head sculpt. I think this is a phenomenal head sculpt for El Matador. I think the boots look really cool with the pink. I don't know, this is a cool figure. I like this figure. I don't know how well it'll do on retail shelves, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I do like it. I think that this is going to be maybe one of those that people sleep on and miss out on, but we also round out our set with a really, really strong Bull Nakano, who is going to come with her nunchuck. She's also got her entrance garb. Very unique looking figure. You can tell that a lot of effort and energy went into this figure, which we appreciate. She's got her tall standing hair, great face paint, got a lot of, colors and stuff going on to match with that black and gold of her attire. So this one's pretty sweet, man. This may be one of the better women's elites that we get in the entire year, but I'm also interested to see how that torso operates because it's got that kind of piece over it. I'm interested to know how that all formulates and works when you get it in hand, but the Bull Nakano may be the standout of the set, which we'll have to see when we get it in hand. But we also have the Build-A-Figure Diamond Stud, which, it's basically a Razor Ramon with different colored tights. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It fills out a hole in the collection. I'm not in a rush to build this Diamond Stud, but maybe, if you need this for your collection, want this for your collection, it certainly does fill a hole. And, it's not my favorite Build-A-Figure ever, but, I mean, who would have ever thought you'd see Diamond Stud in Mattel form? I don't know. You can let me know what you guys think there if you're going to track that one down. But we also have a look at Street Fighter Series 3 Elites, which has Yokozuna as E Honda, which looks very damn good. This is a very damn good looking figure. I really like the way this turned out. It also has a packaging variant where he's looking to the right or the left, which I think is interesting. The artwork on all of these Street Fighter arcade cabinet packagings have been really, really impressive. And I think the E Honda Yokozuna is one of the best fits that they've had. Now, we do slowly await, some other things from Mattel in terms of Series 4 that I'm excited to see. But I do like this Series 3. We have the Player 2 Blanca Ultimate Warrior as well, which I've heard from a few different sources saying that this is better than the Series 1. I don't know how I feel about that. It's very saturated, looks very, very good on paper. You got a lot of bright colors going on. And these Street Fighter figures are some of the coolest crossover figures we've seen. I know that the TMNT line was really, really strong, but the Street Fighter figures, I think all on a shelf together would really stand out. But I hate that we're already getting repaints. It would have been cool to not get Player 2 versions until later, but it just kind of seems a way to fill out these lines, I guess, to get deeper into the line. So hopefully, we already know there's a Series 4 most likely, so we'll see what comes of that in the future, but the Blanca does look good. And then we round it out with the Dominic Mysterio, which I really like, man. I like this, even though the blonde head sculpt does look a little bit cross-eyed, if you guys are seeing that, but this gear looks sweet. I've talked about this already, but I think that this would look so damn good up next to the Ultimate Edition Rey Mysterio from WrestleMania 39. They were enemies in that match, but if you wanted to put these guys together in a tag team, throw a Dominic head on there, and this completely matches the Rey Mysterio from WrestleMania 39 in the Ultimate Edition form. So you could put these together in a Fed team or something. I don't know. It would look really, really cool. But Dominic, even though the character for me doesn't really fit this, I don't know. I don't really see these two going together. Still a cool figure, probably underrated. You get the gi in there, you get the, the blast effects and stuff. So that is pretty cool as well. But now we're moving on into a playset, which is going to be the Slambulance. Now, Slambulance was shown off at New York Toy Fair. Very damn good Slambulance right here. I love the first version. The first version was insane. You had a lot of great features in that one. It was more of a traditional ambulance. With this one, you're getting the red and white. Kind of looks like a fire rescue vehicle or a fire truck or something, but doesn't bother me. There's some really cool accessories here, some cool play features. You'll notice that they're getting a Money in the Bank briefcase with a medical logo on there with crutches. So you could, the sky's the limit with the creativity right there. You could do so many different things with that briefcase or with this Slambulance that I think would be really awesome. So you get the same play features, right? The hole in the wall, through the roof, the doors pop off. Lots of fun to be had with this Slambulance, and I look forward to getting my hands on this, reviewing it and everything. But will it beat the first Slambulance? I don't know. Long way to go on that one, because I think the Slambulance is probably my favorite wrecking vehicle that we have seen so far, but I do enjoy the red one as well, so we'll see what comes of that. So now we're going to get into some basic figures, and we're taking a look at Basic Series 164, for Main Event Series 164. Now, we are going to get into CM Punk. Now, we have seen these figures, not the most exciting of all time, or at least I want to say we've seen most of these. We have the pink Punk, and I remember people like crashing out on this figure because it lacked a lot of pink detail, as we know with the basics line. I just don't know, but the head sculpt is good, and I do like the pink. If I saw this in person, I would gladly pass over it. We also have Logan Paul in the black and yellow, every single damn Logan Paul. I feel like I've seen this basic multiple times over, very similar to the battle pack we've seen, but it is kind of a run-of-the-mill Logan Paul. No new head sculpts for him just yet, but you do get a little bit of yellow deco on the elbow pads if you wanted to put that in there. We also had to look at Ivy Nile. I think she was shown off on a ringside live stream, which very good basic here. I like the metallic blue they're using there. The head sculpt looks nice, and for her first figure, this is pretty good. I don't know if we'll ever get an elite of her, but this is pretty promising, man. And I know they short pack the women's figures, but this is pretty solid for an Ivy Nile, which we kind of already knew about. Then we have Ricky Saints here. I guess this is being dubbed his first time in the line figure. It's basically a basic or main event equivalent of his Defining Moments Elite. So if you guys, didn't get that Elite and you just want basic representation in your collection of Ricky Saints, there you go. It's pretty solid. And then we finish it up with Razor Ramon. And this is honestly, I do not like the look of this Razor Ramon. I felt like the trunks just look very cheap to me. And it looks so plain Jane. I don't really know. Let me know. I don't like this Razor. I do like the head sculpt, but after that, man, I think this one kind of falls off of a cliff. But let's get into Basic Series 165, which I think is a slightly better wave. I like this Cody Rhodes in the kind of captain or, the little jumpsuit there, sweatsuit. Very nice. I wish it had a C or a logo on the front. I don't know if that's accurate or not. You can let me know. But on the back, he does get the American Nightmare logo. I like this. I'm going to definitely pick up this basic. This is, I may grab a few basics in this line depending on a few different things. But we also have Sol Ruka, which I gladly would find. If I find this in person, I would buy this. I'm waiting on her Elite, honestly, but I would probably grab this basic. You get the hang loose hands, you get the tattoos, decent head sculpt likeness. It's kind of her older haircut there, but it's not a bad figure whatsoever. You also have Ethan Page in the green. Not a bad figure. I think his Elites are better, but I don't hate this attire. You get the green and gold in there if you'd like. You also have a Hollywood Hogan, which is a pretty sweet Hogan. I like the blue on the boots and the different things going on here. You could probably fix this guy up too, put some accessories on him and kind of change it up, but I do dig this Hogan basic. And then we finish it up with WrestleMania 41 John Cena. Now, this figure I don't know what's going on with this figure, man. His shorts look like they were kind of, I don't know, the color of them just looks so weird to me. But as we discussed, I really don't even want to get into it with you, man, because there is so much lore on this figure that upsets me. I'm going to make a video on it when I get it in hand, I think, because there is a lot going on here. But just know, this figure is interesting. That's all you got to know. But there you go. If you don't like that battle pack that doesn't have any hat deco and has all those other issues, maybe this is the one that you want to buy. But we're also looking at Basic Series 166, which was revealed to us on a ringside live stream. This is the wave that is going to feature Roman Reigns. It's got Becky Lynch. It's got Sheamus. And it does have Chad Gable and Jey Uso. We saw these on a ringside live stream. I think that the Roman Reigns, it does have the Superman Punch logo on the pants, which is good. It does have shorter gauntlets on it compared to the longer gauntlets that we got in Elite Series 126, or that we're getting. Wild and mind-blowing that there was no images of Elite Series 126 in this entire gallery. That actually shocked me. That's kind of what I was waiting on, and we didn't even get that, but we got a whole lot more, so I guess it makes sense. But we also have Becky Lynch. I don't know, man. Very run-of-the-mill Becky Lynch. Elite 72 head sculpt, I think, is what this is, which is crazy. If not, it looks very similar to it. It's got the darker eye makeup and things like that. I don't really think it represents a modern Becky Lynch. Very kind of plain Jane attire and things like that. One thing I do like about this wave is the Chad Gable, though, with the metallic blue. I think that's a pretty good representation. Really good head sculpt on him as well. That may be one of those basics that flies under the radar for you if you want that Chad Gable. We also have a night after WrestleMania, Jey Uso, which I like because it's a promo gear, but also you get the chain and you get Yeet glasses, which I've talked about this on the channel multiple times. If they're going to give us a lot of Jey Usos, include different Yeet glasses with every single figure, man. Change the color, change something and give us the Yeet glasses on every figure, I think it would help his figure sell. And then you got a little collection of Yeet glasses to go around. But then you have the last figure in the set, which is going to be Sheamus. Feels like it's been years since we got a Sheamus figure, and this is a pretty nice one. He's got the red gear going, solid head sculpt, got the handlebar mustache, and I low-key miss Sheamus, man. I don't know what the hell is going on, if he's injured or what, but it would be nice to see Sheamus back on our televisions. But let's get into the next basic set, which is going to be the top pick set, and this is just some re-release basics from some different waves. So the CM Punk is a re-release of the battle pack that he had with Seth Rollins, you know, with that kind of, I think they were Hoya shoes or something in the blue, yellow, and red, which was a solid basic. It's a pretty decent, I like when they do street attire, so I like that. We also have Roman Reigns, very run-of-the-mill. We've already seen this multiple times. It's been re-released quite a bit, or at least I know this head sculpt's been seen a few times, and, you know, it's just kind of your basic Roman Reigns there. Looks pretty good minimum card, though, for a basic. And then we do have Dominic, which is it's a re-release of the Battle Pack Liv Morgan figure, I'm pretty sure, like to a T, even the head sculpt, I think. So if it's not, I'm pretty sure it's the same attire there with the little shirt skirt or whatever you want to call that, but that's your top picks wave. And then we also have a look at some Showdown packs, which is going to start off with Showdown Packs Series 27 featuring Jey Uso and Logan Paul. This is not bad, you know, the deco on Jey looks a bit weird, but the world title looks really clean here. So if you want that, Jey Uso. I know they had the one with Braun Breaker, which this is probably a better set, honestly. I don't know, the Jey Uso from that pack's not bad. It's the damn Braun Breaker that kind of ruins it, but I like the Logan Paul here. We also have LA Knight and Seth Rollins coming with the Money in the Bank. The bronze and black is an interesting choice for Seth Rollins, and then LA Knight, that head sculpt looks so weird, but I don't know. I like the gear. It's actually not a bad basic. He also has, I don't know, that's classic basic boots right there. I think those are Big E boots, and it doesn't look like, he actually has ankle articulation. So look at that. They're making the basic LA Knight figure look pretty good right there, but I dig that gear. And then we also have Ricky Saints and Ethan Page again. So you get them in basic form single card, and now we're getting them together in a NXT North American Championship pack, which looks pretty good as well. So getting some NXT representation here in the line, which is pretty cool, but that is your Showdown Pack Series 27. And then we are also moving into the Superstars figures, and this set's pretty cool, man. We get a Ministry Taker here with cloth goods, very detailed looking. I like the way that this set looks overall. I dig these figures a lot. I think that they, you know, the Superstars figures is one of those lines that I wish I could collect more of. I never found them, and then I got behind. They're very cool, and I think that the gray offsetting the black makes this figure stand out. You get some unique sculpts. He's got the eyes rolling back. He even gets the damn chin goatee going on that looks really damn good as well. So that Undertaker looks like a beast. We also have Jesse Ventura, which is finally getting a Superstars figure. Dig the pink and blue. I think that, you know, Jesse Ventura is one of those guys that was made for the Superstars line. He just fits in perfectly. He's going to come with a cloth goods shirt, gets all the accessories. Jesse Ventura just loading up on the action figures in 2025, 2026. We also have a Dusty, which I think fits perfectly into the line as well. He has a painted on torso or for his shirt, which I think works well. You know, he may not be as big as he was, but he's not too muscular or anything, and I think the stylized nature of these figures fits this figure well. You know, you get the headband, you get the hat, you get the nightstick. Very solid Dusty, you know. It is polka dot gear, but I mean, that's just kind of synonymous with the character. And the head sculpt looks good. That's his second Superstars figure, so I like that. And then we also get Mankind, which the last time we got Mankind was in the all brown. In this one, we are getting kind of a classic, or not the all-the-way classic. I feel like the brown's more of an all-the-way classic, but you are getting that white shirt in there. Maybe you could put that on an Elite or something if you wanted, but he also comes with Mr. Sacco. Pretty solid wave right here. You get a lot of flashbacks, no current day talents or anything, so maybe that will help you there. But that is Superstar Series 18, I do believe, which is kind of insane to even say out loud. But we also have a look at some new Knuckle Crunchers, which I am a big fan of, so that's good. But I don't know, this wave is not really intriguing me with the Knuckle Crunchers. We are getting the same Cena figure over again. I think this is the third time we've seen this. He does come with the red table. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same figure, even down to the accessories being re-released, but I'm sure they do pretty well, so it makes sense. And then this Cody Rhodes figure, I swear, has also been released in the Royal Blue, kind of based on his Elite 101 gear in that Royal Blue, kind of his first Elite back. And I'm pretty sure the accessories are to the T same as well, and I think that's something that they do quite often with the Knuckle Cruncher, similar to other lines. You know, they'll put out a re-release of a popular character in there, not to change too much, but you also get some new life here with a street attire CM Punk in gray pants with that kind of classic CM Punk shirt. No tattoos, unfortunately, but he does come with a steel chair. He comes with a CM Punk sign. There's some cool things here. I just think these figures would look so much better if they had all their tattoos. We've seen examples of this. I think that just, if they get all the tattoo deco in there, it just looks so much better. It's insane how much better they look when they, you know, if you dress them all up and they capture those details, even in the smaller form. But then we also have Logan Paul, who we knew we were getting, but I think he was a part of the promo for that backstage set that comes with the porta potty with the slime or whatever that's coming out. And so we did know we were getting a Logan Paul, but this is our first look at kind of the single card with the U.S. Championship. The camera makes sense to come with a camera, right? So Logan Paul going to be a part of that Knuckle Cruncher set there, but not a bad set. Just, I don't know, nothing too outlandish, not anything that really speaks to me with the lack of personal details. I mean, Logan Paul is probably the best one in the set when you consider the re-release factor, but there is that set. And then we also have a look at Series 2, I guess, of the Dollar Tree Classics is what I'm going to call them, because these are these kind of budget figures that I think are $5, and I have seen these everywhere. It actually shocked me how much people were sharing these and talking about these, because the way that people were sharing them, you would have thought that these were just the greatest figures you've ever seen, but, you know, they're very cheap, so they're very, you know, they lack a lot of details, they lack a lot of paint. In Series 1, we got, I think, what was it, John Cena, AJ Styles, and The Rock. There may have been one more. And then in this set, we are getting a CM Punk, we're getting a Cody Rhodes, we're getting a John Cena, and then we're also getting The Rock again. So I think we're getting some re-releases here, but they are adding in Punk there. I think Cody is also being added in here. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but what's also cool about this entire thing is they're adding in a playset, or not a playset, but they're adding in a Raw ring, which is, you know, I could see a lot of people getting this, because it almost creates this mini display stand that you could use on your desk or your shelves or your display, and it's just this little mini black mat with some just very standard ring ropes and turnbuckle, and it's not really ropes, it just ports in, and then they kind of just are a display. But I could see you absolutely using this for something. I don't know what, you could get creative or use it for a display on your desk or on something, but I could see people using this in a different way. So that is pretty cool, and, you know, they're pushed out to Dollar Tree, I think. I don't know if they're Dollar Tree exclusive necessarily, but, you know, these budget figures are solid, I guess. It's funny how much that people latched onto him, and the best figure out of these is probably the Cody. He gets his dream tat and his neck tat, and his gear is pretty colorful, so you get quite a bit there. But I think that is every single image that I wanted to go through, man. I think that's every single figure besides the Ultimate Edition Series 31 Cena and Randy Orton, which we already talked about this morning. So if you guys want to check that video out to catch up on the news, you can do so. You can watch both there back to back or do whatever the hell you want to do. But at the time I'm recording this sucker, I think that is pretty much going to wrap it up for me, man. I appreciate you guys so very much. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on these figures down below, and you can, of course, chime in and argue with me down in the comment section below. But I'm getting the hell out, man. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I will catch you guys later.